This is the Eli Speaks Sportscast, giving you the latest updates on news regarding the sports world and culture, and getting straight to the point. It's raw, honest, and no BS.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this post-Super Bowl edition. In the last NFL edition of the Eli Speaks Sportscast, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and please support my channel. The 2024-2025 NFL season has concluded as the Philadelphia Eagles are your new Super Bowl champions. The Philadelphia Eagles got their second ring since Super Bowl 52 in 2017-2018 season by defeating the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22. First, this is a part one of my post-Super Bowl episode. So let's talk about the losers at this. The Kansas City Chiefs and how they messed around and found out the hard way. Just like what Rex Ryan said a couple weeks ago during the regular season, the Kansas City Chiefs this season was the worst 15-2 team and playoff team ever. I don't care if they were undefeated in the first 9 games. The Chiefs skated through the competition all season simply because they were benefiting off of bad officiating, and that's it. Mahomes wasn't himself, and Kelce was too busy exploring the lavender haze he found in Taylor Swift, as he had his worst statistical season in his career, along with Patrick Mahomes. For much of this season, the defense is primarily the reason why they made it so far as going into the Super Bowl. As the Chiefs were so caught up in the moment of beating teams like the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans in the division round in the AFC Championship game respectively, while also some of their players ranting on social media and on platforms like X about why isn't that a great day to be in Buffalo, they totally forgot who they were going up against. A hungry, ready for war style NFC powerhouse like the Philadelphia Eagles, especially on the defensive side of the ball. The Chiefs assumed that they were going to lay waste to a team like the Eagles, as it was the exact opposite. Mahomes was sacked 5 times and threw 2 interceptions, even when he threw 3 touchdowns in garbage time. The Chiefs' defense couldn't go out their own way, as they were racking up penalties with calls that they usually get away with during the regular season. The only great thing that their defense did the entire Super Bowl was neutralize Saquon Barkley with the rushing attack, as the Chiefs' defense were not really well with stopping the run ever. The Eagles mauled the Chiefs 40-22 and got in their second Lombardi since Super Bowl 52 in the 2017-2018 season. As far as the Chiefs, many of us are saying the same thing. What is next for Kansas City? Some people expect to say that Kansas City will go through the phase of the Super Bowl hangover, but not to the point that they can possibly be back in the Super Bowl next season. I mean, they are a powerhouse AFC team, and they've been in the Super Bowl almost 5 times since Mahomes got there. I suggest Andy Reid, General Manager Brett Veach, and the Hunt family need to go ahead and start trimming the fat for what's problematic on that Chiefs team, both the players and the coaching staff. This 15-2 season with the Chiefs by far was an absolute fluke. As they skated through the competition, the Chiefs absolutely found out the hard way that they're not really a threat to anyone this season. Much of the games Chiefs won this season were either by 1 possession or, like I said before, from bad officiating, because certain NFL officials don't even know what the heck they're doing on the field when it comes to calling the right calls. They just call whatever in favor against Kansas City, like they've always been doing, like they have been doing for the past 2 years. Nick Sirianni and Vic Fangio knew who they were going up against, as Vic Fangio's simplistic scheme literally folded the Chiefs, and Fangio really should have gotten the game ball for that coaching in this Super Bowl alone. The NFL media can finally shut up about the prediction about the Chiefs going 3-peat and possibly blowing out the Eagles in this Super Bowl, in which it did not happen. It was the exact opposite. The Chiefs were celebrating too early by celebrating the Houston Texans victory in the divisional round and beating the Bills in the AFC Championship game, and not really thought about focusing on the game plan for the Eagles. They celebrated too early and ranting on social media about beating the Bills and the Texans so religiously that they forgot to put their heads on straight for this year's Super Bowl going up against a hungry NFC team like the Philadelphia Eagles. With this Super Bowl to date, this is one of the fewest beatdowns in Super Bowl history. The others being Super Bowl 35 with the Ravens versus the Giants, Super Bowl 37 with the Raiders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl 40 with the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl 48, the Denver Broncos versus the Seattle Seahawks, and Super Bowl 55 with the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in which the Buccaneers got their second Super Bowl ring, that time for the first time in 19 years. The Chiefs weren't focused this Super Bowl. They just assumed that they was going to go in and just beat Philadelphia and punch them in the mouth. Philadelphia had other plans. They weren't on social media ranting about beating the teams that they did. They weren't on social media talking about it's not a great day to be in Buffalo like the Chiefs did. For these past couple of weeks, they were in their books. They were in their playbooks trying to create a scheme to get after Mahomes. Whether it's on the offensive side of the ball, whether it's the defensive side of the ball. The Philadelphia Eagles did great on all three faces of the ball, including special teams. Shout out to Jake Elliott for having a long leg with kicking those field goals. The Philadelphia Eagles earned this Super Bowl more than the Kansas City Chiefs did. Kansas City, let this be a lesson that just because you guys are the cream of the crop in the NFL for the past couple of years, that doesn't mean another team could come and take it down. Travis Kelce, you are lovestruck. I suggest you should go away for a while or probably just hang it up. I'm not saying that you don't have it anymore because you still have it. Your head is so up the clouds with Taylor Swift that you didn't even focus on the game plan that Andy Reid had in mind for you. You were the go-to target for Patrick Mahomes for years. And now all of a sudden you're not getting the ball anymore because defenses are very smart at double covering you, triple covering you, whatever coverage they want to throw at you. You're not the number one guy anymore. And I'm starting to believe that Andy Reid is growing impatient with what you are doing to this team. You are not focused. As far as Patrick Mahomes go, expect him to bounce back next season. But he probably won't be the same because the Eagles literally broke him. The Eagles literally ripped him a new one. The Eagles had a great defensive game plan for Mahomes, and they didn't even have to blitz him. They sacked Patrick Mahomes 5-6 times, and they didn't even have to blitz him because the front seven was so strong enough to not even use the blitz in many situations that night. Well, Kansas City, you guys control your own destiny. We'll just see what happens next season. You never know. Andy Reid might hang it up before the season even starts. You just never know what's happening. It's the offseason. A lot of surprises happen in the offseason. This is it for this edition of the Eli Speaks Sportscast, part 1 of my post-Super Bowl episode. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about my take on the Chiefs losing in the Super Bowl. And I'll see you on the next one.